So with that, we have another great speaker coming on deck today. When I reached out to my other community of people within Craig Duswalt's group, and I've spoken at this person's events, live events, as well as she's spoken at live events mine here in Dallas. And we've had a relationship now going on, I want to say it's like 7 or 8 years that we've known each other and been kind of, helping out in each other's communities. And she is the one who got me off my butt to do something I had sitting in a folder like this for years. And speaking at her event in 2016, she says, Tim, I want you to put something together to offer the people at this event. And I don't care if it's for $20. I want you to make she's going to call it an easy yes offer, but we as a joke always call it an easy ass offer. But anyway, she'll correct me when she comes on screen. But the truth is she got me to do that because I was speaking at her event, and I was just going to offer a free gift, like like our speakers here today offer a free gift. All right. But she said, no, I want you to, and this is what she does at her events, is if you ever attend her live events, she's going to encourage you to actually be making offers in the room. I love that about her because she encourages you to build your business as well as start building your community. And I made an offer to sell that thing for 20, and I think she had 43 people in her room that day. And I want to say 38 of them spent the $20. And I'm like, oh crap, I got to take it out of the folder and create it into a course. And now that course has been a recorded course that we've been selling since 2016, all because Katrina Sawa said, Tim, get off your butt and create it. Remember that? Oh, you're muted. Yeah. Remember that?
That is so funny. Totally remember that. And that's how it's done, is you just have to say yes and then figure out how.
Yeah.
Make it up, sell it, and then go create it.
Yeah. Well, I actually had an outline. I've got 5 or 6 outlines over here on my other table that I could create in a heartbeat. And I'm great at creating outlines. It's just putting them into recording, and I encourage people to do that. That when an opportunity comes up to use that, you've already got the groundwork done. So, and I'm sure you'll talk about that as well.
Except now you do Facebook Live like all the time. So you have so much content, it's ridiculous. If you just get somebody to transcribe it for you, you've got like probably 4 books, like seriously.
I probably do. But the other thing I've got now is I do a virtual event, and I've got a whole membership site that I fill with all you guys' content.
It's insanity. It's insanity how much content you have now. I know, like I've been doing this for 18 years. It's insane how much content I have. It's ridiculous. Yeah,
it is. So, and we just keep helping people and helping people and helping people and helping people. And, the more we help people, it's funny how the more we help people, the more we make.
It's so true.
Yeah, it's so true. Funny how that works. Anyway.
Yeah.
So you have some slides to share today?
I do.
Okay. Put them in there. I'll make sure I get them up.
I'll try to poke in and out, like slides, no slides, slides, no slides. But
okay. So I'll be here. So my kids just arrived. I'm going to say hi to them, and then I'm going to pop back up and keep an eye on you. So
okay.
Pop your slides up.
And I'm sharing, and I'm sharing.
There they come.
Okay.
How about there? How about now?
And by the way, I did just donate $100 to your thing. So right before, as you were talking about it.
$100 more. Okay, that means we're over halfway to our goal for today.
Speakers. Challenge to the speakers. Go donate. Let's match me. Come on, baby.
Okay.
Okay. So today we're talking about making fast cash with easy yes offers, Tim. Things that people will just like go, oh, that's just ridiculous. That's such a great deal. Here's my credit card. So let's get started. Hopefully, if you're watching, yes, we want to help a lot more people. And yes, we want to make a bigger impact. And yes, we want to grow our community. But let's do it while making a lot of money, please, okay? Because you deserve it. Everybody deserves it. Please drop a yes in the chat or an amen in the chat if you agree. Like, we're not just here to give our stuff for free and eat top ramen, people. We have to make good money so that we have a good life, so that we have more to deliver. We can fill our tanks first and then give from those tanks. So I'm here from one reason, is to help you think about ways to make more money. That's my goal today. And I love it. Now, you don't have to do this, but in some of my talks, I do encourage a lot of chat room stuff. Now, I can't see the chat while I'm doing this with you, but I will look at it later and comment. If you can, if you're comfortable, put your big money goal in the chat. Like, I want to make $3,500 a month, or I'm sorry, $10,000 a month. I want to make $30,000 a month. I like to do it by month because then it breaks down your monthly goals better so that you can really focus better on revenue generating activities every week, every day, every month. If you focus on the annual revenue goal, you don't get nitty gritty with as much money making, revenue generating activities every month I've seen. So you really want to think by month if you can. Okay, put that in the chat. So then, like Regina was saying, why are you here? What matters to you? Of course, we want to make a huge difference. Some of you want to give back tremendously. Thanks for doing a charity today, Tim. It's so generous. We don't need the $20, but it's so great to give back. And some of you want to travel. Some of you want to build missions in Kenya. Some of you want to build schools for the community. Some of you just want to have a happy life. And all of that is okay. But you have to find your motivation so that you can find the determination it takes to actually do the revenue generating activities and ask for the sale, okay? So a few things to think about money is, when's the last time you raised your rates? That's simply the fastest way to make more money, you guys, is raise your rates today. Before you leave this call, before I'm done talking, go change the rates in your shopping cart on your website and in your mind and say, oh, now I'm this price. Like, seriously, why not? What have you got to lose? All you have to do is have the confidence to talk about it. If you can, I say, charge as much as you can possibly say without stuttering. And people laugh at me, but it's so true. You can't stutter when you say, hey, my thing costs X dollars. You have to say confidently. So raise your rates to the highest amount you can possibly say without stuttering, please. And then just keep raising them if you want to. There's billions of people on the planet, you guys, billions. You only need a very small percentage of people in order to have a great thriving business. So there's plenty of people. Don't say things like, well, the people that I'm talking to aren't even willing to pay this rate that I have. Well, stop talking to those people. Talk to different people. The second thing is, are you selling or offering the right things? A lot of times we just don't know what we don't know as far as what else we can offer. And I'm hopefully going to give you some ideas for that today. Are you doing enough revenue producing activities every day? Every day, are you popping on Zoom calls? Are you going around to networking events when we can, right? Are you making follow-up calls? Are you sending email blasts? Are you creating new things like Facebook Lives or webinars or things where people can experience you and buy from you? If not, get a plan in place. Talk to somebody and get that plan in place, please. Today I'm going to cover 3 things why you want an easy yes offer. Tim kind of already mentioned that, because you can make money anywhere you go, even a Zoom call, you guys, you can make money on an easy yes offer, even if you're not speaking, please, okay? You don't have to be the speaker or the exhibitor in a live event to make an easy yes offer. You can be an attendee, sit next to somebody, or be in a Zoom room, and someone could catch what you do and be interested, and boop, you could say, hey, I have this $20 thing, and they could go buy it. I make money almost all the time when I make offers like that, in Zoom rooms or in person, speaker or not. So stop saying, oh, I can't unless I'm a speaker and I haven't got any speaking gigs. Oh my God, stop the excuses. Okay, then we're going to talk about steps to creating your easy yes offer, right? And then the 4 other levels of offers you may also want in your funnel, in your product funnel. Little about me, like really little. I'm a family girl. I'm a homebody. I love just hanging out with my honey. This is our anniversary weekend. We're going on 5 years this weekend. That's my stepdaughter, Riley. I finally found a guy who completely supports me in my business and what I do. And he's an entrepreneur too now, which is amazing. He's a voiceover artist, in case anybody needs one, you podcasters. And I'm also about inspiring people, so inspiring and showing people how to do stuff and what to do in order to make more money in your business. So I love my events, my mastermind group, my community, everything. And I love vacations. I can't wait. We're going to Tahoe next week, you guys. And I wanted to go to Hawaii all year so far, but they're still freaking closed. I'm so pissed. And that's us in Hawaii on the bottom right. I'm like, I want to go back to Hawaii. I can't help it. Okay. So the official stuff is, I'm 18 years into this. I've been doing a lot of different kinds. I've worked with a lot of different kinds of business owners. I don't care what kind of business you have. I know how to help you make money. I built my business, but from nothing but networking and follow-up. I used to go to 15 networking events a month in person in my local area in Sacramento, California, and then I would follow up like crazy. I have an amazing follow-up that I still do to this day, 18 years into it, and it's rock star. I mean, you need to do more follow-up. I make so much money in the follow-up from live events, from Zoom events, from any kind of an event. I'm telling you, if you're not doing it, you're missing out on thousands and thousands of dollars in not doing your follow-up or enough follow-up. And I'm going to make this easy and fun. Some people hate marketing and sales. Oh my God, I love it. And I love to make it easy and fun to where it doesn't feel like you're marketing. It doesn't feel like you're selling. It just feels like you're giving. Okay. And then I've been earning a multiple six-figure income since 2008. Now, that's the year I hit six figures the first time. And then it's just been like uphill ever since. I'm telling you, it's consistency that wins the game in your marketing, in your revenue producing, and in your sales. And you can do this. I don't care what's happening, because I've had roadblocks too. I've had excuses. I've had 2 total hip replacement surgeries in 1 year. I still made a lot of money that year because I had systems in place. I had team in place. I hire assistants. My husband had cancer before we got married. He proposed, and 3 weeks later, he got diagnosed with cancer. I had to spend 8 weeks, well, it was more than that, caregiving, but 8 weeks solid. We had to go back and forth to chemo every day for like half the day. So I had to cut my work time in half or less to take care of him. And I'm so thankful that I had the systems and the team in place to do that. This is my team. I have a couple really great VAs who also have other people working with them. I'm in a lot of organizations and masterminds and memberships because that's where I also find team and support and inspiration. My family, my CPA, my bookkeeper. I mean, you have to surround yourself with the right people. Okay, I'm gonna jump right in, because in order to really build a consistent revenue generating business, you have to know what you're selling. You have to really be clear. Now, these are a whole bunch of ideas of things you could sell. You could have freebies, of course. You have to have freebies. You have to have free gifts and free ebooks and free videos and free webinars to get people in to your funnel, to get people on your list, to get people into your community, get people into your Facebook group. You have to have those free things so they can try you out, okay? It's a try you out thing for the freebies and the easy yes offers. The free or very low risk offerings are the easy yes offers that we're going to talk about. Those are the things that, like, oh my God, for $100 you can have this, 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 and this. And I'm like, you're like, what? That's ridiculous. It's like an $800 value, and you can have it for $100 to try me out and see what you think. And then if you're interested, then let's talk more, right? So every one of you can do that. I don't care if you're in a network marketing business or a coach or a speaker or you're in a financial advisor. There's always, always, always a way, and you just haven't thought about it yet. So it's not just gonna, fall into your head on what you can do here. And then you can have all these other products and services, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. But let's get to the easy yes offer. So the easy yes offer is, and Tim, you're going to have to tell me the time because I don't have a watch on me. You're going to have to like flash on and unmute and say, hey, you got like 10 minutes left. So that'd be great. What the heck is an easy yes offer? It could be anything. So if you think about how you need to sell the rest of the things that you offer, though, if you have a high-end program, like a $10,000 program or more or less or whatever it is, $10,000 for the year, whatever, if you have a high-end program, more than likely you need to sell that in a phone call with somebody, because they're not just going to click and buy a $10,000 thing on your website, right? So in order to have a phone call with you, they pretty much have to trust you, like you, and connect with you already before they come to that call, which means you need need some kind of video series or webinar or a free call or a low price call for them to try you out and experience you. This talk right here is kind of experiencing me. And by the way, I'm kind of a blunt in your face kind of gal, in case you haven't noticed. That's why Tim and I get along really well. And I mean, I tell it like it is. I don't have time. You don't have time. If you have time to like make a lot of money later someday, then you're not the person for me, right? Like, but if you're ready to make some changes, impact a lot of people, and make a lot of money, then I love people like you who want to take action. But offer something ridiculous, you guys, seriously ridiculous, that makes it seem super easy for someone to give you their credit card or click and buy from a link or something like that, from a video, from a Facebook Live, from a Zoom room. It doesn't matter, like I said. And it should not be your regular price. Don't say, well, I'll just give you $50 off my regular $300 price, and it'll be $250 for the first hour. I'm like, no, that is not an easy yes offer. An easy yes offer is under $200. You don't have to offer that rate ever again. It's fine. Just do it as an introductory offer. I'm telling you, if you do this, you will see a lot more success. And if you wow the people on those calls, then they will want more, and you can sell them into other things or offer them, make other offers to them after you do the thing. So you could do a $50. I had one client one time who was so scared to make an offer or charge anything. Like she was one of those people that when you heard her speak, you would just melt and you would feel good. It was like a feel good, like energy, and she'd have like life advice in a way. It wasn't really practical, tactical stuff, but it was like, oh my God, I feel so much better. You've inspired me. That kind of advice, right? And you should get paid for that. And I told her, you need to get paid. That is your genius. You need to get paid for your genius, right? And the first thing she could say without stuttering was $50 for 2 hours of her time. And I'm like, oh my God, that is so cheap. But if that's all you can say, then do that, right? And we were at this event together, and we were sitting next to each other, and the speaker or the person that was having the event said something like, if you have something to offer, I'm sure she didn't say it this way, but it was basically an invitation to stand up and share what you've got, right? And I nudged her really hard, and I said, do it. And she stood up and she said something really brilliant, and then she said, well, and if anybody wants more, she was really soft like that. If anybody wants more, I'm happy to give 2 hours for $50. And she had like 3 people throw their credit cards at her. And she was like, oh, and she didn't know how to take a credit card at the time, and we hadn't done that yet. This is where I'm saying, just do it, and then we'll figure out how. And so I took one of my order forms. I have a printed order form, and I tore the top off, which was my information, and gave the bottom part, which is the fill in the stuff information. And I gave her those, and they filled it out. And then we went back and figured out how to take the money. Okay, like honestly, like stop waiting to get paid, you guys. Stop waiting to get paid. So that is just one idea. Hopefully you've taken a picture of this slide. You're welcome to give you some ideas of things you can do. You can have 3 or 4 different easy yes offers, depending on where you're at. I would recommend it. I would recommend a $20 thing. One time I was at an event, and I thought it was an event where you could sell as a networker. And I thought, okay, I'm going to sell my $2,000 course. It's normally $4,000, and I'm going to get 50% off discount to have my 90-day program. And it's going to be $2,000. And then I'm going to give this flash drive, and I'm going to put $500 worth of my online trainings on this flash drive as a bonus. And you know what everybody wanted? The flash drive. And I'm like, well, you get the flash drive when you buy the $2,000 thing. And they're like, I don't want that, because they didn't trust me yet. They just met me. I'm like, well, okay. Well, they said, how much for the flash drive with the $500 worth of your products on them? That's like simple, right? I said, I don't know, 20 bucks. And literally people were throwing $20 bills at me. And I'm like, oh. And I only had 8 of them, right? So I made 160. Actually, I made a lot more money in there, because there was a couple people who bought the 2,000. But that's not the point. The point is that people wanted to try me out first. They wanted to try me out. So I am so hoping you got some ideas there. If you have some ideas and you haven't already, put them in the chat. Like, what are you going to sell? How much is it? What do they get? And it can't be a membership, you guys. It can't be an ongoing continuity thing. That's not a try me out. That's not a start stop. It has to be something simple and easy Simple, easy marketing, right? Simple and easy that you can deliver and or do with them in order to make some money. Okay, and you might just take a picture of this, and if you want to, this is some freebie development ideas. Like, I make sure my clients have like 2 or 3 or 4 different freebies. I have like 7 different freebies on my free gift page. And you can do, if you have recordings, a free audio recording or an interview, that's a freebie. Like, you can put opt-in boxes on your website and then have people opt in for all these different things. And if they're different topic related things, even better, because somebody might want this topic over that topic, and this person might want that topic over this topic. So have a variety of freebies as well. And then these are the 5 levels of offerings in your funnel: the freebie, the easy yes offer or try me out offer, the do it yourself. So like Tim said, or I think it was, well, whatever, you take all the content you're recording and put it into an online training. It can be a membership, or it can be a 10-week course or a 6-week course that you've created, and now it's a home study program. That's a do-it-yourself. And then the I'm all in one-on-one, that, some of us don't, most of us offer one-on-one still, and I think one-on-one is the fastest path to cash. When you want to learn something, you want to learn one-on-one from the person that needs to teach it to you, instead of dragging it on to a 6-month program to learn everything you need to learn. Learn it in an hour. Learn it in 2 hours is how I do it. And then the whole enchilada is like everything in the kitchen sink. Like, I have a mastermind program, and you get all my programs and all one-on-one and everything when you buy that. But so think about how you can offer that. And it could go from free to $20 to $200 to $2,000 to $20,000 if you want to. But have some variety of levels in your funnel. And then you have to make it easier for others to buy the stuff you want to sell, and or get information, contact you, and more using systems and technology. You have to embrace your website, you guys. I develop new pages on my website almost every week for different things that I'm doing, whether it's a program like this and I drive you to a page, or a free giveaway that I'm involved with, that I'm into right now. So I have different pages to drive people to for those free gifts and opt-ins, and I track it, and I sort the list of people, and I segment those people out, and I'm very careful of who gets what. It sounds really overwhelming and complicated, but it can be really simple and easy if you get help to set all that up. And then it's a smooth running money-making machine, you guys. I'm serious. It can be. So I'd love to say, help you guys anyway. I have a free Facebook group where you can join and ask some questions. Jumpstart Your Marketing and Business Now is what the group is called. I'll put the link in the chat. You can join the International Speaker Network for free that I run. We have 2 calls a month right now with a short speaker, but it's great networking and on Zoom. And that's at ispeakernetwork.com. And then I have a bunch of free stuff you can go get. You can try me out with some of my freebies on the free training page on my website at jumpstartyourmarketing.com/free trainings. So that is what I got for you. And I will put these links in the chat. And I will stop sharing. There we go. Any questions? Let's see what everybody's writing in the chat. I hate not seeing the chat. Yeppers. Okay, yes.
Let me bring some of them up for you.
Okay, great. You what?
So yeah, I think you were asking, what's what they wanted to do. I would like to add 20 per month out of my particular income stream.
Awesome.
All right. But excuses making failure so much easier.
I know you're kidding, Larry, but yes.
Yeah. Larry's a great guy. All right.
Excuses, please. Oh
he's coming up here soon here too as well. So yeah, he's this afternoon.
Oh,
yesterday I canceled mine. I'm sorry, Kathy. Kathy had to cancel hers. So sad.
I'm sorry, I know.
And then this was her other one, is you are for sure the ideas lady.
Thanks, Kathy. I love coming up with fun ideas for people. Oh my God, I love. And I didn't realize the time. I totally I went through that.
Wait a minute. You still had 5 minutes.
Okay, cool. What should we talk about? Let's see. We could give some examples, but only if people are commenting. So let's see. Lauren, are you still there? Comment if you're still there, because you want to add $20,000 a month from one particular income stream. What is it? Hopefully it's a $20,000 program, because that's simple. That's one sale.
Yeah. I think Lauren's in my mastermind. She's in real estate. So I think, what she's trying to do is she's flipping houses and doing loans. Great program. We were setting up her website and her funnel system last week when she was here at the house.
Awesome.
She's got a lot. She's a lot going on. Just okay,
right.
Focused.
Well, and see, that's something we could talk about because if you want to I did this exercise at my Love and Money Live virtual event the other day. If you had to make, today is July 18th. If you had to make 10 grand by the end of July, say your kid got sick, say somebody needed money and they needed to borrow it from you and you had to produce it, life or death situation, what the hell would you sell? Seriously, 10 grand. If you had to make an extra 10 grand, what would you sell right now? You would get off your butt and you would go do something. You would make phone calls. You're doing a fundraiser today, right? You're just trying to hit $500. But like, what if you had to literally make $10,000 in a week and a half? What would you sell? You better that's what you need to be. You need to be that much fire in your belly every day when you get into your business and do your marketing and stuff. Seriously.
And it's so true. I mean, here she just put in, she would like to, she wants to consistently flip houses, not one here or there. And, that's a business. Those people who get that in depth with it are in depth with it. All right. They've got 4 or 5 options to buy a house right now if they had to, and that's your case. You need to have more of a list.
I know. Okay. Yeah. And I agree. And you probably need investors then, right? And so that's the kind of thing that I and my husband are looking for soon, where we have real estate people and experts who literally just want to flip some houses and we can make money just literally investing some money into those people where we don't have to do anything and they do it all for us. I'm like, that's golden. That's how you make some money right there quickly.
So, I mean, now this wasn't a quick money maker, but for instance is, most people don't realize, investments, having money and be able to make money with it. Totally kind of sidetracked from what you were saying, but I want to share anyway, is in our group, our mastermind group that we're part of through Craig Duswalt, another lady decided to do this thing, Sarah, and literally was looking for investors. She's like, well, you can put in, I forget what the minimum was, but like I went, okay, I just reached into my one account, grabbed $1,000 and put into it because the chance of making the return from her was higher than where it was. And I'm like, I had $1,000 I can pull out and do it. Whereas most people are like, they're like, well, I just need to make the $1,000. Well, that's where this comes in, guys. You've got to have this going to get the 1,000. And when you do, then those opportunities come in to double it.
Exactly. So you have to know people who are doing these things because real estate flipping is not my business model, nor do I want it to be, but I sure as heck would take advantage of somebody who knows how to do that and not take advantage of them, but invest in their expertise. I have a couple realtor friends, one in Austin, by the way, who is doing that as well. Not regularly, like she wants to do it more regularly too. So I think you just need investors. So figure out how that works.
So, I mean, other than that, some of the other ideas that you kind of brought up there, and it's really good. How many of you are doing live streams right now? As we said in the beginning, content is, even with our last speaker, Tamara, doing your live streams, turning them into a book, turning them into, I wish I had it. I don't. I'm rearranging the office in between things. But years ago, another mutual friend of ours, Alan Skidmore. Alan was doing a radio show. So at the end of the year, he took those radio shows and put them on CDs. You remember CD discs, right? And he had every one of them with his branding and the person's picture onto it. And he put together a package and sold it himself. But one of the guest speakers he had on was actor Glenn Morshower. And he took that gave that to Glenn. Glenn took that as his product. Glenn actually was, when he would speak, he'd have them stacked up to sell. And he was selling 30, 40 at a stretch. So.
Yeah, totally. And you mentioned doing Zoom. So one of the next things I've been doing a lot of 3 and 4 week online trainings this year because I wasn't able to do my live events. So I pivoted, to doing a whole bunch of online trainings. And my next one is all about mastering Zoom and virtual events and even in-person events too. So for those who want to do that again, and I have a free webinar coming up on July 30th. So I'm putting that in the chat too. So you guys could attend.
Oh, yeah, all her information will be in the chat. I'm gonna keep it up there because it's a loud, long thing. So I mean, go down there, and that's what we do with our speakers. Is we all put all that in there. Speakers are able to share with you some way that you can go to another level. Okay. So what's this? Yeah.
Yep.
I've gone back to going live each evening, Monday through Friday. Yeah, I've noticed that Larry's been doing that, where he's going back each evening. Fun and so effective in driving engagement. There's another key thing. You want to be able to make quick sales, be engaged with your audience.
Yes. You know what's funny is I realized the other day, because I have a whole bunch of social media, like Facebook groups and stuff, but I also run a lot of Zoom calls. And I realized that I was like not getting the engagement in my Facebook groups that I wanted because I wasn't really nurturing like it needs to be nurtured. I mean, I would post in there, but not like every day. And so people weren't really commenting, which, you know, but I found like I'm huge on Zoom calls and leading them and participating in them and attending them all week long. Like that's all I do is I do Zoom calls. So I was thinking to myself, I'm like, oh, I don't have to do both. And I can do one or the other. I can be, and so because I know my clients and other people are watching me and saying, well, I can't do all of that on Zoom and all of this on this. And I'm like, you know what? Let it go, people. You don't have to do it all. Which one would you rather do? Would you rather, I'm a people person. I would rather be talking to people on Zoom calls than behind the scenes in a Facebook group, frankly, or even Facebook Living. I don't want to do that every day. And I want to be on Zoom. So I've just decided to pick. And I've decided to be okay with it and not feel guilty. So, yeah.
And I've had to learn to balance mine out. And you always do. You have to learn to balance it out. You've got to learn to do it. But if you're not engaging somewhere, guys, when it comes time to make the offer, you're going to be offering $20 items because you're not. They don't have enough to trust you after you built the community. Once you built the community, it's so easy to ask for friggin' a couple $1,000 offers.
Easily, you guys, easily, for sure. And they will click and buy once they've been watching you for a while. They will click and buy on a few $1,000 sales and stuff like that when you're in the community. So, but you have to grow it the right way. So there you go. Easy as office, baby.
Thank you so much, Katrina Sawa.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Talk to you soon.